Okay, hi, welcome back. So we've broken the crust, and I'm gonna wait for a good, 6-8 minutes first before my first sip. So while we wait, I can tell you a little bit about this coffee. So this is a Gesha, harvested August, September 2025 from Colombia, the Tolima region. And I've had coffee from Colombia before, and again, this is from Emerald Bean. Shout out, thank you, Emerald Bean, for giving me 2 pounds of coffee. That's very nice of you. So this is a washed coffee. I haven't had a washed coffee in my stores and been able to roast that in such a long time, so it's been really, really nice. 1,800 meters above sea level, a 16-hour ferment, I'm reading here, processed on dry raised beds, and 13% humidity, 720 density. So what all that really means for me as a roaster, as I go, for me anyway, personally, is I look at the washed or the natural, how it was processed, and I look at the elevation, and then the bean, the type. So that's usually what will just give me an idea of what I want to do, and it's not too complicated. That's really giving me the most insight into what kind of charge, so what kind of energy do I need in the beginning of the roast to bring me to the end of the roast to do what I want to do. So for me, that's the most simplest way I like to approach it. I don't like to overcomplicate it until I taste the coffee, right? And if we're doing other things with it. But really, whenever I approach a new coffee, it's just like, okay, what's a standard we can start with? What's the basic adequate energy that I'll need to get it through? Am I doing a light, medium, or dark roast? And definitely for a geisha that I'm tasting, I want to do a light roast so I can taste it adequately, and not roast out a lot of the nuance of this green and what this green has to offer. Still within the bounds of my skill as a roaster, my machine and what it's capable of, the batch size and all that stuff is still comes into play. But if we can simplify all those things and just really roast it to where it's just enough, and I've given it adequate time in the phases of a standard roast, then I feel like that's good enough. So you guys saw in the last video, the part 1, you can find that link somewhere probably in this video in the description, how I roasted this. And I was really mostly going off by a little bit of the data on the artisan, but because it's very inaccurate, just really going off of experience and what I'm seeing in front of me, and hearing in front of me. Yeah, so kept it really light. It looked really good. I didn't tip it. I did a 400 Fahrenheit charge for this guy because I knew I would need more energy as a washed coffee, and that was a higher elevation than say a natural. So all of my coffees, which are old, by the way, 3 to 4 years past their harvest date, perhaps, maybe even more, I don't remember now, I was charging at 380. So you can take that into comparison, where that's how I would approach it. 380 on a charge for naturals that are older. I really wouldn't go under 375 for what I like to do. And this one I did 400. So I definitely needed more energy in the roast up front, and because it was washed and because it's higher elevation. And I think for any roast that I do on this machine in particular, because it's so small and sort of erratic, I do a 1 minute soak, meaning I turn off the fuel for 1 minute and I let the coffee soak in some of that energy that it already has in the drum, so that it doesn't basically tip or face the bean throughout the roast. It doesn't get too hot for it, even though I'm starting at a pretty high temperature. Okay, So we're into the 5-minute, almost 6-minute mark. I think we start tasting this. I'm gonna go quiet when I taste. That's more appropriate than talking through tasting. But we'll see, I'll probably start talking, but let's see how it goes. I'm going to taste this at 6 minutes, 8 minutes. I'm just gonna keep tasting it all the way through till it's cool, basically, because coffee will taste different as the temperature changes. And yeah, we're just gonna see how that goes. I let this coffee rest for 2 days, a full 48 hours. I did try it though yesterday just to see, so I have that memory in my mind, and I'm gonna compare that to what I taste today here in the cup. Okay, we're at 6 minutes 30. I don't see a reason why we shouldn't taste it.
Is it ready or not yet?
I think it is.
Oh.
Maybe you can open
Oh,
the...
but it's spicy though. I think I'll wait till I'm done. Chicken and rice.
Okay, we're at, what is this? 11 minutes. So it'll still change a little bit, I think, as it starts to cool, but here's what I got. At 6 minutes, I got red grape right away, lemon right away, and big tannins in the mouthfeel, like a wine, you know, kind of the dryness of it. It has a tea-like body, and the tea that I'm tasting, sort of like that lightness, is a black tea, so it's not too light, because I still feel like I'm drinking a cup of coffee, even though it has a tea-like body. The fruits that I'm getting are raspberry, strawberry, and they disappear quite quickly. So there's this acidity from those two fruits and more tartness from the strawberry. And then the sweetness that I'm tasting in it, it's not terribly sweet. It's pretty balanced. It's like a honey and tea with lemon. And then the finish is quite dry. It makes you want to drink more. I have like a dry sort of feeling in the palate right now. And the whole experience, like from the smelling to the drinking, it kind of reminds me of, except that it's warm, it's kind of like those brisk teas before, back in the day. So yeah, I'll keep tasting this and see if I taste anything else, or defect for that matter, and that would just not be the coffee, that would probably be my roast. I think on this second batch, let me see what I did. No, this is incorrect. I dropped at 9:54. So I had a minute, almost 2 minutes finish. So I'd say that's pretty good. What I could extend is the middle. I got 3 minutes and 12 seconds in the middle phase. And what I could do is extend the middle a little bit further so I can get first crack around like 8:30. I think I hit it kind of early. And then the end, finish it even faster. Don't finish 2 minutes, finish a minute and a half or something like that, but extend the middle. And I say that because I feel like these top notes, they disappear quickly. The top notes are like the berries and the brighter notes. They disappear quickly, and the sweetness also disappears quickly. So I feel like it's not, obviously it's not fleshed out. This is my first roast of this coffee, and this is what you do. You kind of take this coffee and see what it does, see how the machine reacts to it, and then you cup it, and then you see where you can now tweak and make sure that things are doing this or doing that, right? If you have that capability to do so. And this coffee, as I look at it, yes, it's a light roast. We had 30% weight loss. That's pretty good too. And develop the bean a little bit more. They look super craggly, so I think I need to develop it a little bit more. Not at the end, but in the middle. And then we'll do that. We'll probably roast this in the next couple days or so, and then cup again, and we'll see where we fall. But that was super fun. So thank you again to Emerald Bean. We're gonna go another round for sure. We've got the extra here, so we're gonna do that. Same batch size and all that, and then we'll do the whole thing over again. And that is the work of coffee roasting and trying to develop flavors and all that stuff. And I'm excited. So thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.